afternoon. Good to see each and every one of you online. This is Brother Juan with Next Step Financial Partners, Bookkeeping and Tax. Good to be online today. Today I want to talk about Taxpayer Bill of Rights. Taxpayer Bill of Rights. We're going to go through this Bill of Rights for taxpayers, and I'm not going to make any commentary comments. But I want us to be informed of what our rights are as taxpayers, right? So I'm not going to stay on here too long. I just want to go through this list today and talk about a few other things. We'll see. So I'm just going to go through them, then I'm going to kind of give overview of them. So the first thing is you have the right to be informed. You have the right to quality service, the right to pay no more than the correct amount of tax, the right to challenge the IRS's position and be heard, the right to appeal an IRS decision in an independent forum, the right to finality, the right to privacy, the right to confidentiality, the right to retain representation, the right to a fair and just tax system. And so I know many of us have not even heard that there is a such thing as a Taxpayer Bill of Rights. And so I just want to, again, just go over these just briefly this afternoon. First of all, the right to be informed. As a taxpayer, you have the right to know what you need to do or what you need to know to comply with tax laws. You're entitled to a clear explanation of the laws in the IRS's procedures in all tax forms, instructions, publications, notices, and correspondence. All right. And the right to quality service. As a taxpayer, you have the right to receive prompt, courteous, and professional assistance in dealing with the IRS, to be spoken of in a way that can easily be understood, to receive clear and easily understandable communication from the IRS, and to speak to a supervisor about inadequate service. Again, I'm not going to make any commentary. I just want us to know, right? I know at the Tax Pros, if you're watching this right now, if you're watching this later, then you know the struggle even beyond the American taxpayer. So the right to pay no more than the correct amount of tax. You have the right to only pay the amount of tax you are legally due. This includes interest and penalties. The right to challenge the IRS's position and be heard. Taxpayers have the right to raise objections, and provide additional documentation in response to formal IRS actions or proposed actions, to expect that the IRS will consider their timely objections and documentations promptly and fairly, and to receive a response if the IRS does not agree with their position. The right to appeal an IRS decision in an independent forum. Taxpayers are entitled to a fair and impartial administrative appeal of most IRS decisions, including many penalties, and have the right to receive a written response regarding the Office of Appeals decisions. Taxpayers generally have the right to take their cases to court. The right to finality. As a taxpayer, you have the right to know the maximum amount of time they have to challenge the IRS's position, as well as the maximum amount of time the IRS has to audit a particular tax year or collect the tax debt. The right to privacy. Taxpayers have the right to expect that any IRS inquiry, examination, or enforcement action will comply with the law and to be no more intrusive than necessary, and will respect all due process rights, including search and seizure protections, and will provide, where applicable, a collection due process hearing, right? The right to privacy. The right to confidentiality. As a taxpayer, you have the right to expect that any information that you provide to the IRS will not be disclosed unless authorized by the taxpayer or by law. All right. The right to retain representation. As a taxpayer, you have the right to retain an authorized representative of their choice to represent them in their dealings with the IRS. Taxpayers have the right to seek assistance from a low income taxpayer clinic if they cannot afford representation. And the last one, the right to a fair and just tax system. Taxpayers have the right to expect the tax system to consider facts and circumstances that might affect their underlying liabilities, abilities to pay, or ability to provide information timely. Taxpayers have the right to receive assistance from the Taxpayer Advocate Service if they are experiencing financial difficulty or if the IRS has not resolved their tax issues properly and timely through normal channels. And again, it's the taxpayer bill of rights. I know many of you are probably not even aware of that, but just kind of went through those with no commentary. Right? So we'll leave that alone. So 2023, most of you who have been connected with me for some time, you know, because I started announcing this back in October, that I am on a mission to help 100 entrepreneurs along in their journey for 2023. One of the first things I have coming up, which will be next Tuesday, January 10th, is a profit planning session. This is open to all small business owners, and in particular, we have in mind service-based providers, coaches, consultants, course creators, and other service-based providers. And what we're going to do during this profit planning session is just go over various topics. And what I want us to do is kind of lay out a plan for 2023. First of all, it's going to begin by looking back. I'm going to take opportunity to tell you about some things that I've learned in 2023, 2022, that's going to propel me into 2023. So 2022 for me was a learning year, a year of transformation within my business, made some adjustments, made some changes, began to lay a foundation. And so 2023, what I do is plan on building on that foundation. So we want to do a 2022 year in review, right? And we also want to examine what will it take in order for us to move forward in 2023. What will it take for us to move forward in 2023? And I also want to take the opportunity for each of us to identify some KPIs in our business. And KPIs typically are key performance indicators, but that's not what I'm talking about. If you are a CEO, a Christian entrepreneur online, we talk about purpose. And so key purpose indicators is what we want to track in 2023 to see what those metrics are. What to say if it doesn't get measured, then it don't get tracked, right? So we want to track what affects our purpose and fulfilling our purpose in 2023. Also, going through the entrepreneurial roller coaster. One thing we experience as entrepreneurs is that entrepreneurial roller coaster. Things are up and down. If you're honest with yourself, how many times have you told yourself that you was ready to quit in 2022 and do something different, right? And so we want to keep that flame burning. You are driven by passion for what you do. You're driven by passion for who you help. And so we want to make sure that that flame stays burning. All right. And so we also want to set some goals for 2023, spiritual, mental, revenue, profit goals, maybe even some physical goals in 2023. And so we want to look at that. So I invite you to join me. You can sign up by visiting the website, nextstepbktax.com, nextstepbktax.com, or you can visit brotherjuan.me. Visit either site. On that first page, you will see a picture for the profit planning session. Just click on that and you can register for that. That is free. I decided I was going to do that for free. And there is a charge if you can attend live. If you want to see the replay, those prices start at $27. There's a few spots available for $27. Once those are gone, the price is $37. So I want to give an incentive for those who want to act fast. And again, that's the profit planning workshop, which will be held January 10th, next Tuesday, 7:30 to 9:30. Along with that replay, allows you to have access for the VIP session on Thursday, January 12th. So that price covers one in both. And so again, if you can't attend live, um, we will make a replay available. And so if there is something that you want to submit to have me look at, your profit and loss statement for 2022, you can do that. There will be an email go out the day before. And so again, I look forward to again connecting with more business owners in 2023, so that I can help you along in your journey. This is Brother Juan with Next Step Bookkeeping and Tax. Y'all have a great day. And if you're in need of professional virtual income tax preparation services, feel free to reach out. There's a link associated with this video for you to fill out an intake form for us. If you're a current client, just reach out to me and we can set up your portal for this year whenever you are ready. And y'all have a great day.